Well, yeah, I'm actually beginning to get a little bit worried about the Totland arc because apparently it's called the Totland arc, not the Whoa Cake Island arc. I mean, I know what I said. It's not slowing down in the awesomeness, and it's not slowing down in awesomeness at all. But at the same time, it gives me a lot of different questions that I do not know if there is an answer to them. An answer is are we gonna like this situation or are we not? Either way, this chapter of One Piece just full of information. First, a cover. It seems that the three children that saw Luffy kick the ass of the new fisherman pirates have all gotten straw hats. Obviously, now they consider him a hero. And it also seems that she has decided to go after all. Not that that's really confirmed, but it seems also that Fukaboshi decides to wield a shirt this time. Well, duh, going to the Reverie with a topless body would not exactly have been appropriate. Either way, back on the real chapter. Of course, the gang realizes then that who Pudding is, which is actually a little bit of a plot hole, because technically Nami should know, seeing that she heard that her name was Pudding. But then again, they do say you're that Pudding, which probably means they didn't think they after all didn't see the picture. They only heard the name, so they could just have suspected it could be that. And Pudding realizes that yes, that Sanji, because she has met Sanji apparently, is Straw Luffy crew. She shows some comedic moments, and Pedro once again shows an impulse side. I gotta say, I'm really getting skeptical about Pedro. This entire arc, he has shown a little bit of a what's that word? Impulsive side. He looked like the guy who's not quick to judge, but now I'm actually beginning to wonder. He's the one who's quickly judging. He was very quickly wanting to attack the German and even attacking the police officer, and now he's even willing to kill Pudding despite everything here. So yeah, well, the Guardians were known to be kind of violent, but I'm actually wondering. Of course, this calms down, and they actually have a civil conversation with each other. It's revealed that every single that every single children of Big Mom, Charlotte Linen, uh, all know that their mama is bullheaded and stubborn, and she only sees her children as a way to strengthen a pirate crew. So isn't that in a way an abusive parent? Because she marries away both her sons and her daughters to many different people, and they all just marry many others. Oh, and another thing. She mentioned an offhand comment, and a comment I actually was hoping was not true now. She Pudding mentions one of my dearly beloved sisters left home in search of a free, independent love. Isn't that very familiar? Also, we saw someone who looked exactly like her. Yeah, I think she's talking about Lola. And why am I not hoping that is true? I mean, there has been a theory a long time that Lola is related to Big Mom, and it's not very unlikely anymore. But when I can criticize this, isn't that also a plot hole? The way she described her mama was almost like with kind words. She will definitely help you. What we have seen from Big Mom extremely do not support that. Moreover, the fact that they called her an amazing pirate. Amazing? Wouldn't it have been just better to call her the Jonko? It's a bit of a plot hole in that. But then again, that's only me. If Big Mom was based on the Red Queen of Alice in Wonderland, then I was actually hoping that Lola was Pudding's cousin, not her sister. If you think about it, if Big Mom had a sister and that person had a daughter that was Lola, then we would get some help. Almost like, White Queen, Red Queen. But no, it seems that theory is unlikely. Glad I'd never put it up. It's also turned out that somehow that behemoth of a woman who talks like a man has 85 children. Holy crap. That gunk of a woman, don't get me wrong, a fat lady can be extremely sexy. But that gunk of a lady has 39 daughters and 46 sons. And somehow she has 43 husbands, unless she of course has eaten half of them. Technically, they are a family of 129. Moreover, many of the brothers and sisters already have children, so the Big Mom Pirates foundation, the beginning of them, infrastructure, is built on the real, actual family. That is the true reason why Big Mom is called, well, Big Mom. And then she begins to talk about Sanji, because apparently she met Sanji, and yeah, she seems to have fallen for him. The way she describes him as being a gentleman, uh, with eyes shaped like a heart's. Yeah, that seems like him. He knows about making sweets. Taught her a thing. They have the same hobbies, and his legs are black or something. And even Carrot seems to be a bit in love with Sanji, unless of course she mispronounced that. Yeah, I love Sanji too. Same is. So this is extremely unexpected. Big Mom's 35 daughter is apparently a very kind woman that has fallen in love with Sanji. However, Pedro on the other hand says that he should just gag her and kidnap her because she is Big Mom's daughter. She can take everything. Tell everyone this. But instead, Pudding is to write them a certain map. Revealed that while she doesn't confirm if she has fallen in love with Sanji, the way she describes him, it seems very likely she did. But the thing is, they met, I think. We see a shadow of him, not really him, but we see a cigarette. And we know Sanji, he always treats the ladies that are not gunks with very huge respect. But Sanji actually resisted her. He said, I really want to marry you, but I can't. I gotta return to my friends. And that's exactly what Sanji said. He is not here to get married, he's here to talk and then return to his friends. But if Pudding really is this kind, could there just be a very tiny chance that Sanji is gonna not stay to become a member of the crew? No, hear me out. Stay and try to get his crewmates to save Pudding. This was just something they could just take Sanji and get away, they thought. But no, I think Sanji is gonna ask Luffy to save Pudding too. And if they do, well, we can only imagine the carnage will follow after that. Then again, that's not really confirmed. And again, if she really is this kind, then I have nothing against Sanji marrying her, as long as she's not becoming a crew member of Big Mom. We also see a map of the other islands, and apparently it seems very likely that most islands are based on treats, all besides one. There is cheese island and a nuts island, but there is also a jam, biscuit, and candy island, and then the whole cake island. Pudding promises to bring Sanji to a certain place uh, when they and she will not get in trouble because she is Big Mom's daughter. I wonder. I'm still skeptical. I really hope Pudding is this kind, but I wonder. As they return after having souvenirs, Peckums is nowhere to be seen, but he has written, I think it's him, something on the floor that says "Turn back." What kind of turn back message is this? Well, and Luffy, of course, do not want to turn back. So yeah, what kind of turn back has Peckums left them? What did he say them to shop in order to drop anchors? I mean, Peckums was not confirmed to be an ally of the Straw Hat Pirates. He is still considered himself an ally to Big Mom. So maybe he just write that in order for them to give up on everything. But or is this something else? Again, too many questions, not enough answers. But at the final place we switch to an island that's apparently called Broccoli Island, where Jerma 66 has destroyed the country there. It's not exactly confirmed if that is the country. that they have destroyed, but they're given to the fact that one person screams at them, "My wife, my kids, my country," then I guess, yeah, they seem to have invaded this country. But and one of them, Sanji, and one of them is Sanji's brothers. And it seems the Germa 66 live in a policy that the Germas sacrifice themselves for the Germas. I mean the minions. They accept the compensation, and well, I don't know. I don't know which one. Again, I have no idea what kind of war this was on Broccoli Island. It's apparently 2 years. So who won? Was it the broccoli people or was the invaders? Given how the fact that the person said, "My friends, my family," I'm beginning to think that maybe it was the invaders that won the war. But that's not exactly confirmed. Alas, we see the final two. Well, not the final two. We see the Windsmoke, number 1 and 2. We saw them previously in the comic, again supporting the theory that Sora must be based on someone in Marine. As they say they are going to be on the whole Cake Island in 2 years, the one who's wielding the note 1 says, "I can't wait to see Sanji," but his brother says, "Liar." I do not know which one is talking in his head, talking on the phone, but I think that is the father. And of course, we won't get a chapter next week. That was to be expected. We had gotten a pretty many now. But yeah, a full-time chapter full of much information. Too much to handle, exactly. Sanji turned down a woman. That is rare. But it's, again, Pudding seems to be Sanji's perfect woman. But then again, Sanji is a womanizer. I wonder if he can keep his womanizing in check. The Germa 66 are assassins and mercenaries. They get to a country where they, well then, what's that word? They got to a they got to a country that was in a war, and they accepted compensation in order to destroy the war that they just did in 4 hours. Quite monstrosity. I'm looking forward to the defeat Germa 66. I do not know what kind of side this broccoli was, but I'm skeptical. I'm still very skeptical. So yeah, now onwards to the last thing we can discuss. If Lola really is Big Mom's daughter, then how is she gonna react once she hears that Luffy have challenged her? I know Big Mom is a Yonko, but one day or another Luffy is going to win against Yonko. It doesn't just have to be tomorrow. It can be 8 years from now on. A real lifetime. But yeah, still we have no clue what's the way that's here. So do you have any thoughts on how Pudding is? I like Pudding's character. I mean, I like her very much. I hope she just doesn't hold a secret and that she is not as bad as she looks. I mean, she doesn't look bad. She looks very good. She's as good as she looks. Doesn't hide between that. But 46 husbands, I'm a polygamist? Big Mom? I doubt she married for love. Give me your love thoughts, if you have any.